everybody, Frank here, and I am unboxing and going over the what I believe to be is a newer Protac 2.0 rail mount by Streamlight. Alright, so this light here has the rechargeable battery pack. It comes with the tape switch as well as an M-lock adapter, and you got the pick mount adapter. So pretty cool. As far as output and functionality here, this light is 2000 lumens. I remember that's why we got this thing. 2000 lumens with a 266 meter throw. It strobes, and the battery should run for about 2.5 hours before it needs to be charged. So actually, let's just go over this real quick. So the tail cap on these things also includes the button, which is a huge improvement from earlier Streamlight models, and IP67 rated, dust tight and waterproof, and it's got the limited lifetime warranty and the 10 tap pressure switch system. So we're gonna pop this thing open real quick. Like most Streamlights, I mean, they're pretty straightforward, pretty easy, simple to understand, but I wanna pop it open and actually compare it to its predecessor. So let's take a look. All right, guys. So this is the light, and the first thing I thought when I opened this thing up was, holy crap, this thing is massive. It's definitely not gonna fit on a shotgun. And I might be right, because I already feel like its predecessor here, the Protac Rail Mount 2, is a little long. This is a 12.3 barrel, and I feel like it's kind of pushing it as far as the length goes. And when we open this thing up here, just do a quick side-by-side comparison. When we open this thing up here, I feel like that's massive. All right, it's a much bigger light. It's beefier, girthier, as some would say, but 2000 lumens, this thing is going to be a beast. And I actually think I am going to run it on this 12.3 for a while to be able to give you some feedback as to whether or not it is just too big or not. All right, so let's go over what's in the box real quick, and then I'll go over some features. So obviously, first thing you get when you pop out is you got yourself a light, and you have yourself Streamlight's rechargeable battery. Don't quite yet know. There it is, USB-C. So I'm going to throw this on the USB-C charger right now so that it can charge up while we're doing this. All right, the battery is charging, so let's see what's in this box here. All right, sorry, I've got stuff all over the place, but it is what it is. All right, here is your M-lock mounting system. Now this is the same. I've noticed just quickly by looking at it that this is the same mounting system from previous models, which is absolutely fine. I tend to run the Ursaka extended mount for scout lights, so that's going to take like Surefire, Streamlight, a lot of other lights are going to fit that mount. All right, so there you go. All right, a USB-C cord, very cool. We need those. Charge. All right, so there you go. You've got your standard Streamlight pick adapter, or I should say pick mount for the tape switch. Your two pieces, slide the tape switch in, snap it down, good to go, and a couple of zip ties for some quick and easy cable management. All right, you also have a little bit of 3M tape if you wanted to stick that on a rail or grip or something like that. You've got some options. All right, now if I'm not mistaken, these new lights are using the Crane operating system. They are. So that is pretty cool, because that's going to open up a lot of opportunities with Unity tape switches, Surefire tape switches, some aftermarket stuff that you won't typically get with your normal Streamlight mounts, or I'm sorry, your normal Streamlight tape switch adapter. So that's pretty cool. So when we take a look at the light itself, all right, very similar to like a Surefire tail cap. It's got the, you know, the button, and you've got your Crane switch here. So boop, pop in, so you can still run your button and use tape switch at the same time. Pretty darn cool. So there's nothing for me to really do with this right now besides just throw the battery in and kind of get an idea of how bright this thing is. But we will be doing some tests on it over the next few weeks on this Civ 15 upper receiver. There's actually a lot of testing going on with this upper receiver specifically. So yeah, we'll be able to give some feedback on that. But let's throw a battery in and see how bright this thing is. Okay. My initial thoughts on this thing is it's just too damn big. It's huge. 2,000 lumens though is wild. I'm shining it in the office. You know, you can't see it, but it is freaking bright. So we're gonna give it a test. The tail cap, like the tail cap is twice the size of the previous tail cap. So it is just crazy. So that's it. All right, I know this is just a quick overview and unboxing, but we're gonna run some tests on this thing, see how it holds up. Again, like the brightness is just, it's just crazy. 2,000 lumens is nuts. It's bright, but we're gonna see how it works. We're gonna run it through some paces and see if it can complement our duty style civilian rifles here. And you know, hopefully it's a good product coming in. I think it's around 150 bucks, which definitely, you know, for everything you get is at least half the price of something like a Surefire. But you know, let's see how this thing works before we go ahead and, you know, put our stamp of approval on it. But for now, I can say this thing is a massive light and is probably going to have very limited, you know, limited uses on certain rifles. Just again, just massive. But all right, guys, take it easy. Tune in for more, and we'll be giving you an update on this soon. Thanks.